Hey out there. What I'm working on today is I'm starting to mock up this Dynamic Air big tub kit. This is the passenger side tub. I went to Dynamics videos. They don't have a lot of measurements, but just based on the picture that I'll show you guys, this is approximately where the cuts are made. This is the only one here that I'm not exactly sure. This one you can see they followed the crease line in their video. I'm pretty comfortable with that one. Advantage I have these splash guards off right now, so it'll be a little easier to cut. Probably going to go ahead, maybe cut this over just a little bit more to give me some safety factor. But yeah, let's see what we can do. What I've done is marked, because I have the quarters off, it's going to be a little easier for me to cut from the outside. So I mark the outside under there, and then I'll have the other side marked, and then I'll mark the inside across the back, and then I'll get started to cut. Lay just a little towel here so I minimize the fiberglass on me. And I'll make those cuts, and then I'll mark the inside. Yeah, let's get going.
All right, let's start cutting this thing.
That actually cut very easy with that metal cutting saw. I'm gonna cut the other side and then go inside and start cutting. What I did here is I put this angle on across to support the back half of this floor, because when I'm up there cutting it out, I don't want to fall down through. Could lean in through the window, but it'd be more difficult. So just brace that up, C-clamp it to my dolly, and let's go. Let's go cut that back part.
I'm going to trim up these inner fender wells, rear inner fender wells from Dynamic Air.
Well, I got the left side, the driver's side rear inner fender well tub, whatever you want to call it, put in there. As you can see here, I got some more trimming to do. I actually followed the wheel well, the original wheel well, so got here, but I got some trimming to do here. And then I'll start working on the other side. It took me some finagling and trimming, but I got the original access hole to the mid frame mount lined up real nice. Come inside. Fits pretty snug. Not real tight in this corner, but we can fill that full of 3M adhesive. Fits up in there pretty good. So yeah, pretty nice. Well, let's get working on the other side. Looks pretty empty over there. Hey, I'm out here today and just cleaning up, doing some trimming, making the opening I made more even. So when I do some body work there, it'll be nice and even. So here we go. I have the driver's side, the left side in where I want it now. Fits pretty good. I'll try to give you guys some measurements if you're using the dynamic big tub kit on where to cut things. Not fitting as tight as I'd like here, but I can trim this a little bit, get that a little tighter there, and clamp that when I glue it, so it should be good. I should be able to get a clamp up in here, no problem. But yeah, I'm real happy with the fit. If you notice, this is a little more of the wheel well shown, but I cut the old wheel well very, very close to the radius. As you see here, if I would have cut it any closer, I'd have been in the radius. So that's just the way it works. But there's plenty, there's about an inch there to glue, so I'm not worried about that. And then as you can see, I radiused it down a little bit, so I had a little more glue going there. Pretty happy. I do want to match this radius, is pretty thick here, to this radius so it fits tighter. But other than that, it fits in nice. I think they cut their bottom off a little bit more, they trim it, because they're about a ½ inch above that seatbelt reinforcement bracket. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I might cut it up a little bit just so it fits better, because it looks like this here is angled here and then it flattens out, so that might be keeping me away there a little bit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and mark that with tape and cut that off. But yeah, it looks good. What I'm going to attempt to show you here is how you cut this. Now I have mine off, which makes it easier. Mitch said leave this off, it helps you put the quarters on better. So according to the videos I saw on Dynamic Air and watching Mitch's video too, what you do is you cut right at that crease line. You cut the radius off. Leave that on the scrap piece. When you come down here, you just come straight out, come up straight past your, what you do is take 3/4 tape and you put the one edge right on that crease line, if you can see there. And then you Go to the top of that, come over. Now I believe this is measure at the tape line, because if you go up here, it's going to be different. So right at the tape line, you go 4 3/8 of an inch. 4 3/8 to that line. Draw a line basically straight up. I just kind of a feel. You can see here I got the one line off. I straightened it up. It's just basically parallel with these lines here is what you're trying to do, and parallel them with this line. Kind of a vision thing. You just got to kind of sight it. You might have to grind it a little bit to adjust it, but anyway, that's how you cut that piece. What I did in here on both sides is I followed the contour of the rocker and then cut down about an inch. Now this would be cut off too, but I only cut off what I need for the tubs themselves. I'll cut this off later when I'm putting the rear floor pan in. Yep, looks good. Let's see how it fits. Hey everybody, I've gone about as far as I can go right now without having the chassis, because they tell you not to glue this stuff together without the chassis and the doors lined up. But I got everything fitted pretty closely. If you see here, you put weight down on this, it fits pretty nice. I got some trimming to do on this bulkhead here just to match their recesses and stuff. Of course, this is going to have to be raised, of course, because I got to raise this for the Spec 7 chassis. But yeah, looks good. Put a little pressure here. Looks like it's going to fit nice. Pretty happy about that. There you go. Going to be nice. All I can say is that it just takes some trimming and fitting and patience. Not too bad though. They have all the flanges and recesses where they're supposed to be, so they do a good job at Dynamic Corvette. I can't wait to get the chassis and get this thing glued in and get this thing going back together. But going about as far as it go. The latest I heard, the chassis is supposed to be in sometime this month. So that's all I know. Talk to you later, guys.